Hey everybody, it's Joy here from Koodoos today, talking again about the questions I always get over and over again as an admissions reader and admissions coach. The question today is it okay to talk about a mental illness or other extenuating circumstance on your college applications as a reason for your grades dipping? The answer is, of course, yes. As an admissions reader, I was definitely taught to take into consideration any extenuating circumstances that an applicant writes about or includes as a note in their file when considering any dip in grades. So, straight A student all of a sudden gets C's and D's one year. Like, why does it happen? So, I would say it's always best to write about these situations, or at the very least include a note. So what I mean about write, include the reason for the grade dip either in your supplemental essay, your optional essay, or in the additional information section on the Common App, Coalition App sections. Meaning, if you were out of school for 3 weeks because of a tragic situation like a death in the family, you definitely need to talk about that, or at least mention that in your application as a reason for missing schools and a dip in grades. If you have take medication for a reason, so your ADHD, ADD, anxiety, depression, any of those circumstances that may have an effect on your grade, that may impact how you do in school, you definitely need to mention those in your applications. Not in a way that says like, pity me, I did bad for this reason, but in a way that, these are the things that I've encountered in my time as a student, and this is how I overcome them. This is how I have dealt with them. This is how I rectified the situation, and this is the reason for the dip in my grades. But as you can see, I've gotten the situation under control, whether it's it's something unfortunate that's happened in the family, or an illness that you're suffering with. It's always okay to talk about those situations in the application, but do so in a way that really reflects how you've been impacted by the situation, especially through grades, and how you've overcome those setbacks to become a better student, learner, studier, whatever the case may be. So it's always all right to talk about it. You can include a short story, short section in your personal statement, your supplemental statement, or in the additional information section. But again, as an admissions reader, we're always told to take these types of circumstances into account. If a student was out for 2 months because they had, mononucleosis, if a student, had a death in the family, and so they missed a certain amount of school, or they went through a bout of depression, those are all circumstances that are completely normal and a part of life and shouldn't keep you from getting into the college of your dreams. So definitely make sure that the admissions reader, the admissions officer understands those circumstances, because we take that